Hello everyone, today we are going to compare and analyze the organization culture of two different organizations in the same industry based on their visual presentation. We choose to compare Google and IBM because they both are giants in tech industries, but they reflect very different workplace cultures. Instead of focusing on numbers or policies, we are using their office designs, the physical environment to understand how each company approaches things like teamwork, hierarchy, and employee engagement. We believe that look and feel of a workplace tells a story about what matters inside that company, and that's what we are exactly going to explore today. Before we compare their workplaces, here's a quick introduction to these two companies. Google was founded in 1998 and is known worldwide for its innovation, creativity, and open culture. It's a company that encourages risk-taking, freedom, and fun, and that definitely shows in the way their offices are designed. On the other hand, IBM is one of the oldest tech companies. Founded way back in 1911, it's known for professionalism, structure, and strong leadership in the business and tech world. IBM has a more traditional corporate style, which we can also see in how their offices are set up. So even though both are successful tech companies, they've built very different work cultures. And that's exactly what we're going to explore next through their visual environments. When we compare the physical workplaces of these two companies, the contrast is clear. Google's environment is informal and creative. The design includes open spaces, color furniture, lounges, even game zones. This reflects a culture that values innovation, flexibility, and employee freedom. It allows teams to move around, share ideas casually, and break the usual office rules. IBM, on the other hand, has a more formal and traditional office structure. You'll often see cubicles, assigned desks, and neutral color schemes. This supports a culture that values professionalism, order, and clear hierarchy. These physical spaces are not just about design, they affect how people feel at work. At Google, employees may feel more relaxed and empowered to experiment or collaborate freely. At IBM, employees might have more structured roles, which can help with focus and stability, but may limit spontaneous creativity. So, through their offices, we can really see how both companies shape different kinds of work experience. From here, my partner will continue.
Let's look at how staff are organized at Google and IBM. At Google, the company uses a metric structure. This means employees belong to both a department, like engineering, and a specific product team, like YouTube. So someone might report to two different managers. This setup helps people from different areas work together and share ideas. The structure is flat, which means there are fewer levels of management, and employees are encouraged to speak up and share their thoughts. At IBM, the company is organized by divisions. Each division focuses on a specific product, service, or region. For example, one group might work only on cloud services, while another focuses on clients in Asia. These divisions have more control over their own work. IBM also has support teams like HR or research that help all the divisions. In short, Google's structure supports teamwork and flexibility, while IBM's setup is more focused on clear roles and efficiency in different areas. Then my groupmate will continue question 3.
Hey everyone, today I want to talk about how status and power differentials are visually represented in the workplace cultures of Google and IBM. Let's start with Google. One thing that stood out of me in the images of the offices is how open and collaborative the spaces are, the workplace. You don't really see any big executive offices or special areas for higher ups. Instead, managers and employees work side by side and in shared places. And meetings often happen in lounges or casual cafes. So everyone dresses casually and there is no obsession, separation between leadership and the staff. This really reflects a flat hierarchy. It sends the message that everyone's voice matters. Regardless of title, it's a setup that encourages openness, creative, and teamwork. Now, IBM. It's quite different in the photos of IBM offices. I noticed more traditional corporate structures. Executives often have private offices and the meeting rooms look more formal. People, especially those in leadership, are usually in business attire. These visual clues show clear distinction in roles and authority of the people. in the company. So it suggests a more top down culture where community may follow a chain of command and leadership is more visible, separate from everyday stuff. So overall, while Google's visual culture promotes equality and open communication, IBM's design choices reinforce structure and respect for hierarchy. These differences not only affect how employees interact with leadership, but also how comfortable they might feel sharing ideas or challenges the status quo. Thank you. From here, my friend Azhar will continue.
Let's dive right in. So we're going to be discussing now what values seem to be important to both of these companies, Google and IBM. So Google thrives on innovation. Everything about their workspace displays creativity and initiative vibes. The colorful office layouts, funky furniture, and brainstorming zones. Collaboration is huge here. Open floor plans, shared workspaces, and casual meeting areas push teamwork over hierarchy. They generally care about their employees' well being, like they have nap pods, games rooms, and wellness programs. IBM, on the other hand, is all about professionalism and efficiency. Their office layout feels structured and focused with sleek designs and private workspaces. They value trust and responsibility, the more traditional. Corporate atmosphere suggests accountability and precision. A key focus is client success rather than flashy perks. IBM puts its energy into advanced tech and business oriented solutions. Now let's move to the other slide. Does the physical environment support teamwork and collaboration between these two companies? Definitely. Everything is designed for interaction, open workspaces, casual lounges, and even places like cafeteria and game rooms spark informal conversations. Technology helps to Google integrates digital tools so remote and in-office workers can collaborate seamlessly. There's no strict hierarchy in their office setup, making it easy for employees to approach one another freely. Creativity is encouraged at Google, lots of brainstorming areas, writable walls, and even outdoor spaces. Whereas IBM's physical environments support teamwork and collaboration, but in a more structured way. IBM offers designated meeting rooms, formal lounges, and clearly defined workspaces. More of a hierarchical organization, so interactions may be slightly more formal compared to Google. IBM offers both open work areas and private spaces, catering to different work styles. In conclusion and final thoughts about all the slides we've discussed, Google and IBM both prioritize teamwork, innovation, and excellence, but their environments reflect distinct corporate identities. Google has a flexible, creative, and informal structure focused on open collaborations and employee well being, whereas IBM is structured, professional, and efficiently driven, supporting team technological advancements. Both approaches are successful, catering to different business models and employee expectations. Thank you. Let's dive right in. So we